What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Street Fighter Duel video. Alright guys, this one's going to be a little bit different, and it's going to be about you, not about Street Fighter Duel. Oh, I mean, it's about Street Fighter Duel, but it's about you guys. So, I want to talk a little bit about comments. Comments, yeah, the comment section. Man, is that section ever fun. If you ever scroll through my comment section, you're going to see some wild shit out there that you may not be expecting, and some stuff that you just want to join because the conversation is actually important to have. And my purpose in a lot of my comparison videos and all my showcases and everything that I do in terms of guides is to have intelligent dialogue with the player base and the community like yourselves, and at the same time shoot the shit with some of you guys. For example, making a Tupac and Biggie reference to the Viper and Guile video, and you know, I was gonna make a little Kim to Foxy Brown reference to the Viper, not the Viper, sorry, the Elena versus Poison video, but decided not to do it twice. Can't do two hip hop artists back to back. But actually, what I want to do today, guys, is kind of show you guys some good, some bad, some really bad comments that me as a content creator has to deal with. And so some of you guys may see yourselves in here. So shout out to you guys, whether you're positive, negative, or completely negative. Anyways, thank you for joining into the conversation and saying some outlandish shit that makes me laugh. Now, I'm only gonna bring up conversations that I remember. There's a lot of comments on a lot of the videos, so excuse me if I don't remember everything, but I do want to say this real quick. As much as I love making content for you guys, I want you guys to know that I'm not catering to anyone's opinions but my own. Okay? When it comes down to my content, I don't make content because I think it's like what people want. I think it's what people need. So it's my opinion on what people need. Now, with that being said, don't get me wrong. I do value your guys' opinions. So if there's something that I've missed out on, please let me know. Because if I go back, just give me a sec here. Let me go back here to my channel and go to the comment section. Let's go to my content section here. If I go to playlists, in 2 months, I've done, almost 2 months. I'm at a month and 27 days. I've done 228 Street Fighter Duel videos. That's a lot of videos, guys, for a month and 28 days of being back to content creating. So I'm gonna eventually start running out of actual content to do from the game, because I've covered mostly everything. So I'm gonna have to be creative in my own content, but also not just creative for entertainment purposes, but I have to give you value, and I care about that, right? So that's why I think doing the comparison videos between characters is very important. Now, some of you, I know in Discord, for example, are like, why are you comparing Street Poison to Elena? They have complete different kits. Well, because they're both support, and they both take up the most important slot in the fourth tag, in my opinion, to keep you either buffed or alive. And I think it needs to be talked about. Yeah, their kits are complete, but there's no real healer in the game outside of Elena. So I have to compare fourth spot to fourth spot, and 99% of you are going to be either using Elena or Street Poison, and I need to give you my opinion on it. And it's great because then it gives you guys the opportunity to give me your opinion. So let's talk a little bit about this. I went to this video here. That's the Sea Viper versus Guile video. Okay. As you can see here, 2 days ago, we've got quite a few comments. I've got 107 comments, and some of these comments are fantastic. And I want to go through some of these. I'm going to go through the good. I'm going to go to another video to some of the bad, and even though it's bad, some of these comments created a very good conversation. So shout out to those people. And then I want to go to the really, really bad, okay? And I want to show you guys some comments I have to deal with. So again, shout out to you guys. So let's just go with an easy one here, okay? So this conversation between Silva Otema, and let me see if I can zoom in a bit here, and Vic Lu was actually intriguing because they are two sides of the coin here, that one believes one should do one thing and one believes the other. Even though I said that you should build both Sea Viper and Guile, a lot of people came in saying who you should build first. And here we are. Okay, let's go through this. Silva Otema, shout out to you, and Vic Lu, shout out to you, because I know you guys comment a lot on my videos, so I just want to go through this because I think it's a good conversation. So in my opinion, regardless of who's better, I usually advise to grab Guile, because you when you start, and especially as F2P, the wind faction is your friend. Any faction you draw have wind, and therefore Guile will be your SSS +3 or higher after 8 weeks of playing, which is not the case for me, obviously not the case for Vic, but it was the case for Silva, and maybe for some of you as well. Okay, and then you can also use the 45k tokens to get him through the Shadowloo City, which I agree with. I mentioned that in my video about him. You can get 3 copies fairly early on. So as good as a carry is, easy to get, easy to awaken, he'll be good unit until even after you get F Blanca, which again is very, very true. When it comes down to building Viper, though, you should not spend faction draws. As with Flame faction, there's Viper and Dhalsim and others you rather not have. I don't agree with that. Okay, so And so that's fine. And Vic will do the talking on my behalf, okay? So not claiming Guile is X times better or outright better here, but in terms of how easy it is to get Guile, makes all the difference. So again, everyone's different. Everyone has different opinions, right? And Vic came in with his own opinions. I said good advice. I actually had better luck with Viper, but yeah, Guile is more accessible, and I totally agree with that. And I did mention the 3 copies you can quickly get through Shadowloo City. Vic Lou came in and said, well, while you make some solid points, I actually think Wind being so strong is why it'll be hard to build Guile. And he does have a good point here, right? He says, where is it here? Your Wind fodder should easily go to Street Poison and Bizang first, while for Flame, there isn't anyone else to prioritize over Viper, except for maybe Dhalsim, but you don't prioritize. Viper will always be number 1. The lack of fodder availability is why I still haven't rushed to build Guile, especially now that we have F Blanca available. So his point is also valid. You need a lot more fodder with Wind to build more Wind units because there's so many good ones out there, while with Flame, Sea Viper is fairly easy to get, and with choice factions and the ability to use red, and you get some luck here and there, and some events you can pull her, right? And some people will say that, and then of course other people came in saying Guile is a better choice, and then they went back and forth, and at the end of the day they both disagreed, and that's fine, and that's great. It's a good conversation because someone who doesn't know the game can come into my video, get my opinions to build both, but still is not convinced. And then they can go to the comment section like this, where there's an intelligent conversation happening and can learn a lot from the players, which I want to thank you guys very much for this, okay? And then there's funny ones when Payne said, don't make this a Tupac or Biggie thing, became my favorite SFD dual streamer. So thank you very much for that. I do like to put a little bit of fun into there. And then there's another good comment here with Mathias. There's one thing missing, the combo numbers. Guile has a C1 and C3, Viper has a C2 and C3. With Bison having C1 and C3, it is harder to make a full combo if 1 or 2 other members of the team died. So if B Zangief died, you can build your full combo using Viper to compensate. So again, other different points, very valid points as well. Okay, so this is a very example of very good conversation. Now let's go to a bad conversation, and I'm gonna bring up my boy Nick, who is hilarious to me because he's now been arguing the Elena thing. So I did an Elena thing here. He argued that point, but I'm not gonna use this video as an example. I'm gonna go to a different video for him. All right, guys, sorry, it took me a while to find the tier list, but here we are at the tier list video. This is the most recent video. Now, I don't know if Nick is new to the channel or what the deal is, but he decided to jump in. I've never seen Nick comment besides this one time, all right? So here's where the comments got a little crazy. So let me find the comment real quick, and we'll dissect what happened and where it went, okay? So there it is. Okay, so he's got 4 likes on his comments. We got 30 replies on this one because it went pretty ham. So let's go through this entire thing and dissect what happened. So this is considered to me a bad way to start a conversation, but a good ending, okay? So just don't trust this video when I see Elena's S. I use Elena all the time, never leave my party. Currently at chapter 31, I see 99% people use Elena in their team, including Wales. Elena's S plus tier for sure. So I put Elena's S for PvE specifically, okay? Because of the interrupt situation. So I'm going to say this now. 99% of people use Elena in their team is false. Including Wales is false. Free to play, as a matter of fact, use S poison more because damage becomes a priority to be content. Elena is used, absolutely. Second, third string teams, sometimes first teams, depending where you're at and what you're doing. But this conversation strikes quite a few things. All right, so some people came in pretty hot. Bro, you are not an end game. He is. I don't know what you're talking about. Elena won't heal you when enemy one-shots you. GG Gaming is absolutely right on this. When you get to end game, Elena ain't going to heal you for shit. You're going to get one shot most of the time, unless you're actually interrupting and poison and using poison to DPS. I didn't stop using her until chapter 34. So that is I'm assuming, either Elena or poison. I'm not sure. GG Gaming came back and said I was at chapter 36 before I quit the game, and I didn't use her at all. So I'm assuming this is Elena. I look at my friend list. Most whales are chapter 31. Only 3 to 4, chapter 30. Most FTP are 10 to 29. So this tier list should be based on chapter 10 to 31. And then I think somebody mentioned something, GG Gaming Endgame. So this is rating for Wales. Why did he mention F2P? Because quite honestly, F2P used poison, street poison a lot more. And again, we get into it. So he specifically said FS 30 with 6 cards, which I did say that with max characters, because at the end of the day, you're aiming for the future. Like, why are you aiming for a point in time? You want to know a tier list based on what the maximum resources and units going to look like, and if you should invest in them. That's the whole point of these games, in my opinion. So I believe healer situational. Jay Wong came in with very, very valid points. I believe a healer situational. If you land on Bizang stun for 3 or times needed, you won't need to heal. That's where street poison works well with extra burst. the must-have car is maybe 3 for Bizang to increase the stun chance. Other than that, all cars can be considered luxury to work towards the end, right? And he's absolutely right on this. And then he said, healer. So Nick came back and said, healer is essential for F2P, period. Payne created this rating based on his whale account. I'm speaking for F2P. I did not at all create this for whale accounts. I created this for F2P to have a goal in mind, right? And I even mentioned here, Nick, I have an F2P account as well, and I never use Elena unless I'm forced to in Team 2. And again, I was using Elena in the beginning because that's all I had, and I have Street Poison at the time. Then when I got Street Poison, I completely switched over. Street Poison and Interrupts don't require you to heal if you time them right. I use her in many different comps, but she isn't a huge character, and I'm talking about Elena here. I have her maxed. I've done an SSS5 showcase for Elena. I know her like the back of my hand, and it's true, I do. You want some other reasons why she falls flat? When you get her to FS30, she jumps out of the tag 6% of the time and gets one shot, etc. Right? So we go into this, but the entire conversation ends up becoming very, very good because it goes into what each character does between Street Poison and Elena. And this is the reason why I made that video, by the way. So this is considered a bad conversation turned good. And I just want to show you guys this. So thank you so much, guys, for jumping in here and talking about it. Nick jumped onto another comment in the recent video and said, again, he thinks it's BS that I'm putting Elena in that situation. And I said, it's your favorite character. Do what you want. It's just my opinion. And it really is. And I'm not catering to you guys. I'm giving you my opinion based on testing that I do and based on the way I play the game. All right. That one is that video. Now, a little bit of controversy early on in my channel. And I want to talk about this one real quick because someone else's beef and me calling out the clickbaiters caused this person specifically to jump on and make some outlandish comments about me. All right, I'm going to show you guys this and the kind of shit I got to deal with. All right, real quick. And this will be the last one because I just want to show you guys the good conversations and the bad. So this is what it was. It's my day 4 progression a month ago. Okay, this is a day old. Oh, so this is a day old FTP Progress day 4. So this video was a day old recording. Now the comment I'm going to show you is pretty crazy. And I want to just go through it real quick and explain to you what I got to deal with. So I pinned this comment so people can see it, okay? Here's what the person, now Love Phenom Johnson is a fan of another content creator who I don't have any beef with or any problems with, but I think there was a little bit of a video made on himself and Hayes, and I somehow got thrown into there, and this is the comment that came out of it, and I think this person misunderstood it, and he said, you dropped a video yesterday that low-key shaded Rokage and Scion. I called out clickbaiter, so nobody was baited at all. It was about clickbaiting in general. That's what he's referring to. And you have the nerve to say pointless drama, LMAO. Okay, man, keep trying that high road BS. I said it multiple places already, as many have. Both you and Hazink look sus as hell. Going after black creators. Yeah, I got accused of trying to take black creators' content from them. So I said, LOL, here we go again. I've never called out anybody, but okay, let's clear a few things up about this troll comment. Number 1, Rokage and I know each other. There is zero animosity between us, and he and I already spoke like men and took care of any confusion. If you guys don't know about this, Rokage and I did a lot of we did collaborations. He's on my actual Discord. We know each other well enough to know it's all love. There's nothing here between Rokage and I in terms of beef. Scion and I spoke in DMs today and cleared up any issues. We did. I talked to him in DMs. We cleared things out. There's no problem between us. Things are good. Now, Love Phenom is a Scion fan, and I know he is, so this is fine. High road for life. That was my 3rd. And the 4th thing I had to say is 90% of my friends are Jamaican, African, and Ethiopian, and this is a fact about me. I grew up in most black community neighborhoods, and I was growing up in ghettos a lot of the times. And that's a fact. Most of my friends are black, and I still have them to this day as my best friends. So it offended me that this guy would post something about black creators and black folks and the culture when literally most of my friends are from the black community. So Inyak came in here and talked about, I guess because he's one of Hayes' moderators, I believe, maybe I'm wrong. So your official stance is that black creators are immune to criticism. It is also acceptable for black creators to call or imply other races simply because those are black. The creators are not black. Very slippery slope you're currently standing on. And he's absolutely right. It was pretty crazy to call me out on this, and I never even had anything to say about black creators at all. And I have a lot of friends who are from that community, right? And I said, unreal, bringing race into this is crazy. My whole house is legit filled with 4 cultures. My wife is Filipino, Austrian, I'm Afghani, Russian. My kids are 5 cultures, bro. add Canadian into it, right? So I'm like, I don't understand how this happens. And he said, Payneblade, don't sit out here calling drama uncalled for when you did it yourself. I hate fake people. Be real about it. Take a good look at Science video today. The public sentiment is not with you guys. A lot of people are pissed now. I have no idea what this has to do with anything. And Optical came in saying it was low key. It didn't even happen. That's crazy low key. I said, LOL, buddy, stop. You're making yourself look bad. There's no beef. You're legit starting stuff and now it's not working. I did this for fun. I'm not in it for popularity drama. I make content for people who want to watch. If you don't, then just have a great day. That's it. So there is an example of really bad. So just want to show you guys this. It's something a little different, right? And I wanted to do this because we've done so many guides, so many videos about, me in the game. But I wanted to give you guys a chance to kind of see what's going on in my world in the comment section about you. So there you guys have it. I hope I don't offend anybody with this, but this is what I got to deal with. So hell, I'm showing you what I got to deal with. This is Payne. I'll see you guys in the next one.